What's up guys, it's Meaty Mike. Thanks for coming out. Today we are smoking some Escargot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is right here, hands down, not even an argument, not even up for debate, no conversation, my favorite appetizer of all time, period. If I go out to a restaurant and happen to see them on a menu, I order them. If it's a special occasion at home, I make them. Some tasty snails, some Escargot. And hey, depending on where you live, you might be able to go out in your backyard and get some live snails, but canned is perfectly fine, and they will absolutely take on some good smoked flavor. They're really easy to find in stores. Go to your local Walmart, go down to the canned fish aisle, right next to the sardines and the anchovies. There it is, glistening. Escargot. So aside from taking these snails out of the can, rinsing them off, patting them dry, I'm not touching them. I'm leaving these snails as is to put in the smoker. But I have some other stuff here to make a butter mixture, and we're following a process to smoke these snails, and I want to make sure I have everything prepped before we get cooking. So let's get started. We can just move our snails. And we're gonna start with 4 sticks of unsalted butter. I like to use unsalted because I like to control the salt. It's nice and soft at room temperature. And we're just gonna take our hand mixer here and get it to a nice soft consistency. Nice and slow, churn that butter up. Very nice, just like that, that works. And then we'll add some of our other ingredients one step at a time. I have about 2 tablespoons of white wine. Add that in there. Mix it up again. All right, and then to that, I have 2 tablespoons minced garlic, 1 chopped shallot, diced it up nice into small chunks, half a cup of fresh chopped parsley. Then we have just a pinch, some pepper, pinch of salt to taste. Then we're gonna mix it up one last time and combine all of our ingredients. Beautiful, that'll do her. Just gonna mix it up a little bit here. Perfect. So that's all there is to it for the prep for our butter mixture. And for our snails, we're gonna put our butter mixture to the side and we're gonna go pop our snails right on the smoker. All right, y'all, we're out here at the Grilla Grill Silverbac. We got it going at 250 degrees. I'm filling up the hopper with some gourmet barbecue pellets from Bear Mountain Barbecue to fuel these snails. The first step here is really easy. We're just letting these snails go in the smoker on their own for about 20 minutes. Remember, these are coming from a can. We don't want to dry them out, and the texture with the snails, 20 minutes is the perfect amount of time to absorb some good smoke. You should be fine with the space on the rack, but just in case, I got a little bit smaller of a rack just to make sure that these snails don't fall through. So we're gonna let these roll for about 20 minutes, and in the meantime, we can head inside and put our butter mixture together. Let's go. So while our snails are out in the smoker, getting a good smoke bath gives us a perfect amount of time to prep our shells with our butter. And I have our 1.5 snail shells. If you can't find them in stores, you can get them online. Typically with snails, if we weren't smoking them, we're obviously following a different process, but you would get the shells, put your butter mixture into the shells, then add your snails, top it with more butter, and cook them in an oven. Very traditional way to cook them. But since we're putting the snails on their own in the smoker first, we're going to put the butter in the shells right now, then take the snails out and do the next step and top them off with butter, then finish them in the smoker. So without further ado, get a plastic bag, get your butter mixture. We're just gonna put it right in the plastic bag. Scrape the bowl. Awesome, put this to the side. You can zip our bag up, get it all down into a corner, and we're gonna cut the corner of our plastic bag. Now what you're gonna do, get your shells, and out of this corner, you're just gonna fill whatever you can fit of butter into our shells. Just like that works, and we're gonna do this for all of our shells. Get a close up so you can see here, we're just going right inside, just like that. Perfecto, we have our butter in our shells. We're gonna wait for our snails to finish smoking, then we'll get to the next step. So our snails have been smoking for about 20 minutes. We have our shells with our butter mixture out here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, they're looking really good. Got some good smoke on them, perfect. Now our next step, what you're gonna wanna do is take each of your snails and put them in your shells. Just stuff them down in there, just like that. And then you're gonna take your butter mixture and top it right off. Now you're gonna do that for each of your snails. Have a little patience. When you're done, pop your cast iron right in your smoker, close the lid. And that's it. So from here, we're just gonna let our snails finish on the smoker for about 40 minutes. I'm really excited. They smell really good. So in 40 minutes, we'll pull our snails and eat. Look, I'm gonna say something right now. I've made escargot a handful of times. This looks incredible. We put the snails on the roan in the smoker for 20 minutes at 250, put our butter mixture together, popped them in the shells, put them back in the smoker, kept it rolling at 250 for another 40 minutes, so an hour total cook time. These are awesome. Sprinkled it with a little bit more fresh parsley, make it look nice. Now you just gotta dig right in and eat some escargot. Man, these are just swimming in the butter right there. Sometimes you just gotta give yourself a pat on the back. These are perfect. You have a really good smoke flavor, perfect amount of parsley and butter. There's butter swimming right in that cast iron. Rub them on down. Perfect, 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 perfect. And like I said, I make these all the time for special occasions. And you wanna know, this right here, this was a special occasion, joining me for one of my favorite appetizers, one of my favorite foods. Don't let snails scare you. Don't let them freak you out, because these are so good. You're just missing out, man. Look, you can be picky all you want, but more snails for me. A plus. Seriously, go get yourself some snails, put them in the shells, put your butter mixture together, pop them in the smoker. You're gonna love them. Thanks for coming out. Stay tuned for the next video. Come to daddy.